Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're looking at a really fascinating stack of sources that tracks a high-stakes ethical journey, a relationship breakdown, and, well, the quiet, often painful earning of independence.
And our mission here is to analyze Amy's simultaneous struggles. So you have her professional life and her personal life just colliding, and we're focusing on that one moment she refuses a powerful compromise and the path she has to take to, define her own self-worth.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The sources tell us the whole story really pivots on one seemingly innocent moment.
The company Christmas party invitation.
Exactly. She sees her name, unmistakably mine,
Hmm.
and the word intern is just gone. She's officially an employee.
And it sounds so trivial, but that feeling, that warm feeling of professional belonging, it was the first domino. It completely shifted the ground beneath her feet. The sources call it an innocent moment, but it was really the start of a profound break from her old life.
And what was that old life? We should probably establish the context here. She's living with Al, who's a basketball teacher.
Right, and they're supposed to be saving for a vague future tense wedding, but the relationship is already built on compromise.
A very specific kind of compromise.
Yeah, it's Amy keeping her ambitions quiet. She's excited about her new role, but she doesn't share it with Al because she knows he'll just dismiss it.
And we see this so clearly with the red dress she buys for the party. She's hoping for some validation, a sign that he sees her.
And his reaction is just nothing. It's this classic, quiet, emotional dismissal. She shows him the dress, she's excited, and all he says is, yeah, it's good. No smile, no curiosity.
It's that subtle control that forces her to just tuck her excitement away.
And that's crucial. That lack of recognition highlights the emotional isolation that's already there. She's already disappearing into a quiet version of herself, just to fit in the box he's built for her.
Meanwhile, the professional world is starting to see her.
Just as her personal world is demanding she become smaller.
Okay, so that sets the stage for the first really unsettling encounter. A few weeks before the party, she has this literal collision in a hallway.
With Mike Taylor, the CEO, the sources describe it as colliding with someone solid. She's mortified, of course, but then she looks back.
And Mike Taylor, this guy known for his cold demeanor, for his distance, is just staring right at her.
Yeah, his gaze is unreadable, steady, intense, and it lingers just long enough to unsettle her. This wasn't just a casual, oops, sorry kind of moment.
Feels like an evaluation. Which is interesting. I mean, he's the CEO of a huge company.
Yeah.
Why would he waste time evaluating an entry-level employee in the hallway?
I think the sources imply he wasn't looking for an employee, he was looking for awareness. Amy is in security. Her job is to notice things that are off. And he noticed that she was mortified, yes, but she still had the presence of mind to hold his gaze.
So it was a test.
It was an assessment of her composure under pressure.
Which brings us to the party.
Hmm.
Al cancels. Team practice is more important.
Of course. And she feels that absence, the empty space beside me like a physical weight. Her relationship has failed right there to support her in this big moment.
And that absence creates the perfect vacuum for Mike Taylor to step into. He approaches her on the balcony.
Right overlooking the city. And this is where he starts to test the waters, moving beyond just a look into, well, philosophy.
That comment about the view, it's so strange. He dismisses this beautiful cityscape as just meaningless high-rises and traffic. He says it reflects repetition.
It's a very calculated move. It's intimate, but it's also distant. He's sharing his cynical, high-level worldview, and he's implying that she, too, can see the systems beneath the surface.
If she's willing to adopt his jaded perspective.
Exactly. He sees her as someone who could be different from the repetition he sees in everyone else.
And then he asks her to dance. The sources say he moved effortlessly, that he guided her rather than correcting.
And she's shy, she apologizes, and he responds with a real smile and says, I'm a natural leader, I guess.
That line is so revealing.
It's everything. It's not just charming, it's a statement of absolute control. He doesn't correct you if you're wrong. He guides you where he wants you to go. He is showing her the exact dynamic he expects.
Total effortless leadership.
And then it ends, just like that. John Harris, his executive assistant, signals the car is ready. And immediately after Mike leaves, John hands Amy a card.
With the invitation. Meet Mike tomorrow after work. And for Amy, the mission suddenly shifts from just trying to belong to something much, much bigger.
Oh, absolutely. The tension is just palpable. Is this a date, a promotion, or is it some kind of power play?
Definitely power play.
Yeah.
The next day, the whole setup is just absurdly dramatic.
The car. A long black car. polished to a mirror shine. The source says it was like something borrowed from a mafia film.
That car's the first sign, right? This isn't a normal business lunch. It's transporting her into his world.
And she's taken to this discreet, elegant restaurant. Mike is composed and flawless in a tailored suit. He starts with praise. He calls her sharp, observant, but then immediately pivots to criticism.
She's too cautious, too invisible.
Right. He's breaking down her current self-definition to make room for the new one he's about to offer.
And the offer is staggering.
Hmm.
I mean, he promises her a life most people only observe from the outside.
Financial freedom, travel, access. This is not a raise. It's a complete shift in class.
But let's get into the specifics of this offer. Because it's not just a bribe, it feels like a test of her identity. It goes right to the core of her job and security.
He needs her to compromise her fundamental role. Her job would be to see and choose not to report. He even uses professional jargon to dress it up. She needs to contextualize, delay escalation, and reclassify incidents.
Reclassify them as what?
As temporary inconsistencies or gray zones.
So if we strip away the jargon, what are we talking about here? Is this just covering up minor mistakes, or is this fraud?
The potential is massive. Reclassify incidents could mean turning clear, reportable security breaches. We could be talking financial theft, data loss, regulatory violations, into simple internal maintenance issues. She would be the CEO's professional blind spot.
The gilded cage. She gets freedom and access, but the price is her moral complicity.
And Mike frames it as a choice between the textbook ethics or the ones that keep people employed, companies alive. He's cloaking his self-interest in this veil of pragmatism. He wants her to believe that real power means you get to be above the rules.
And this is Amy's defining moment. She doesn't even hesitate.
No. She answers so clearly, just draws the boundary right there. I can't compromise my integrity for money. She completely refuses the premise of his power.
It's a powerful moment, but it doesn't leave her unscathed. John assures her it won't affect her job, but the scrutiny starts immediately.
Right, the professional pressure shifts from temptation to surveillance. John starts appearing near her desk. He's always pleasant, always professional, but he's present, he's watching. Mike goes back to being cold and distant.
So she's now the person who knows too much but refused to play the game.
And that pressure at work is just compounded by the chaos at home. The professional surveillance is almost mirrored by the emotional surveillance from Al.
The tension with Al just keeps building, and it leads to this huge fight.
And the trigger is so minor. He accuses her of laughing too much with his friends, of checking her phone. It's classic deflection. He's projecting his own insecurity and probably his own actions right onto her.
And then he delivers that key accusation, that manipulative turn, "You think I'm cheating on you," followed by the crueler line, "You want to break up so you can be with someone else."
The sources say the relationship felt like constant defense for Amy, like she was forced to swallow parts of myself. Al's cage was emotional scarcity. Mike's was wealth and access. Both demanded she betray herself.
And the contrast to both of them is, ironically, John Harris, Mike's assistant, becomes her lifeline.
They meet for coffee, and John just listens, without judgment. He provides the antithesis of both Al and Mike, just a steady, non-demanding presence.
They connect over shared interests, writers who notice the quiet things.
In a world focused on loud power and frantic defense, John simply notices her. And he offers that simple but profound observation. Relationships aren't supposed to feel like you're constantly defending yourself.
That quiet stability he offers just makes the chaos waiting for her at home even more jarring. The discovery.
Yeah. She stays late, the source is so specific, until 7:52 p.m., dealing with an incident response. John insists on driving her home.
And she walks in, hears the sounds, and finds Al cheating in their bed. The image just shattered her world, and she runs.
That's the breaking of the emotional cage.
And John, who is just parked nearby finishing a call, sees her run out of the building.
He doesn't offer advice, he just acts. He pulls her into his car, lets her cry, and most importantly, he shares his own similar experience. He says, "It felt like the ground disappeared."
That shared vulnerability is so powerful. He doesn't try to fix her, he just validates her pain. He offers immediate practical safety, a couch, a quiet place, a lock on the door.
He provides refuge, not rescue.
Okay, so now we get to the really painful part, earning that closure. Amy wakes up in John's guest room, and when she finally turns her phone on, Al's manipulation just floods in.
He's already shifted into victim mode.